We all know that one person who will do just about anything to be liked. But I will say that most of those people have some sort of limit they won't go past. Well, today I found a streamer that literally puts himself in danger almost every stream because he chokes on rocks for views. So today we're going to be talking about the No Bruin channel and how a seemingly normal dude goes from making wholesome content to playing chubby bunny with rocks. His first video was on March 21st of 2020. It was just him sitting down talking about himself, like the food he likes, what zodiac sign he was, and other stuff like that. Overall, it was a pretty wholesome video. Most people seemed to really like it, and they were really quick to support him. Later on, he would go on to start making vlogs of him, like doing his job, which he was a taxi driver at the time, and, you know, hanging out with his friends and family. Pretty normal stuff, nothing really crazy. You know, I didn't really watch everything, but from what I did gather, it was a, you know, seemingly normal channel. Now, before we get into anybody eating any rocks, I should state that about 2 years ago is when he started doing ASMR. And that's actually what the whole rock eating thing is technically ASMR. Now, honestly, the ASMR stuff he did do in the beginning was pretty normal, I guess, for ASMR. He was doing stuff like eating food and tapping his fingers on stuff, you know, whatever. By the way, I really just want to put this out there. I don't hate people who do ASMR or who listen to ASMR. I just think it just creeps me out. You know, it gives me the willies. It's just not something I enjoy listening to whatsoever. But, you know, that's besides the point. But from food, he seemed to slowly escalate from that to eating like raw meat and stuff, which in itself isn't really that bad. A lot of raw meat can be eaten safely. You know, it's honestly just kind of gross to me. And, you know, just so you guys can experience what I had to during the making of this video, here is a little segment of him eating the raw meat. Now, I hope you enjoyed that, because I fucking didn't. And apparently after that grew boring, he decided to take things up a notch and really grow his channel. Oh, and also, they're apparently not rocks, they're wooden balls. Honestly, it doesn't really change anything, but I thought I should clarify that. Anyways, he would go on to stream several times a week with these odd thumbnails, and all, or, you know, most of them are just of him eating these wooden balls. Every now and then he might do like a weird one where he just scoops them around with a spoon or whatever. But for the most part, he's just slurping these things up. You know, what's really odd, not that him nearly choking on wooden balls wasn't bizarre enough, he also pleads with his audience and begs them to not donate or sub with, you know, in some like weird ass reverse psychology way.
It is please follow stop all day. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Like, why would you donate to this? You know, some people in his comment sections do seem like they actually want something bad to happen to him for some reason. But besides the few of them that, you know, seem to think that way, 90% of the rest of the people either just want him to stop before he gets hurt, or for some reason they genuinely seem to hate him. They call him like a disgrace to Japan, and his parents want to disown him and all sorts of nasty, mean stuff for some reason. You know, and I really don't think it is fake. It really looks like he is choking, and I don't think he has anyone there to help him if things did happen to go wrong. So essentially he's just playing Russian roulette with these wooden balls, you know, and he does it all stream. Like, he'll stream for 2 hours straight, nonstop, pretty much choking every 30 seconds. You know, it's crazy. And I just don't understand why people do stuff like this. You know, it's one thing if you stage something dangerous. You know, I'm not recommending it, but at least the most that's going to happen is a bunch of people are going to be mad at you. You're not actually putting yourself in danger, but this is on a next level. Like, this is genuinely insane. It is crazy that somebody would put themselves in this position just for, you know, attention and views. I can't wrap my mind around it. And you know what's sad is the fact that a lot of these people who act like this and think this way, for some reason, think that they are going to be like remembered when they die. You know, like they're going to be the next Picasso, and when they pass, everybody's going to remember them for their genius and intellect, and you know, oh, he was so brave, or whatever it is. Oh, and apparently it gets even worse when you find out that he started adding stuff like bath bombs into the mix. So not only is he swallowing balls, he is eating soap or whatever the hell bath bombs are. And what I think is genuinely funny about this whole situation is that it doesn't look like he's enjoying himself at all. Like, he bites into it like it's a cookie, but immediately makes a face like he just bit into a bath bomb. I honestly don't know if he thought it would taste good or if he's just going to keep adding crazy shit until he's like eating poop or something. You know, maybe I shouldn't give him any ideas, but it's just like a clear trajectory of escalation. Like, God knows where this is going to end if he keeps doing this. Oh, and something I would like to add in that has literally nothing to do with anything, but it's just like a personal gripe I got, is I feel like his channel has strayed away from what ASMR is, I guess, right? Like, I mean, I'm not the ambassador of ASMR or anything, but I feel like pleading for people to stop choking, gagging, screaming is not ASMR, or maybe I just don't understand how the whole thing works because I don't listen to it. But I do truly feel like this is a whole subcategory on its own. You know, anti-ASMR, ASMR, you know, whatever. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is YouTube's part in this, and I just want to say I don't think this guy should be banned, but I do think YouTube should take down some of his videos, like especially the ones of him eating rocks. I think mostly just because I hope it discourages him from doing it, and maybe he finds something else that he can do. And honestly, also, kids are very dumb nowadays, and we don't need them starting the ball gobbling challenge on TikTok or anything. But, you know, some of the stuff people say about him in the comments, I genuinely think is just too far. And I really doubt shitting on the dude would help the situation much at all. Clearly, he's going through something. You know, if this is how he wants to get famous, I mean, if you have that big of a problem with him doing this, just report him and let it be, you know, but whatever. That's all. I hope you guys liked the video, and I really hope you guys have a good day, and I also hope this guy stops before something bad happens.